and showcasing the research of the academics at the University of Denver. I don't know if they will share my presentation. I will try to go through it as quick as possible. I think the 10 minutes will do. Go to the next slide. I think the center really tries to be a center of excellence in the field of renewable energy, showcasing whatever is happening in the university and taking it to the community. Like what my other colleague was saying on biogas, what we are trying to do is to say, as researchers, especially as physicists, where people are saying physics is more difficult, we are saying whatever we are doing is physics, which is always we have in everyday life. But then the center, as an ambassador of the university, from the early childhood to the learners in grade 12, we preach the STEM engagement, where we're saying science, technology, and mathematics will be the one to improve the livelihood, especially in the rural areas. But apart from that, we have the renewable energy research which is done there. I will just go through main things which we are doing, which is the PV system we have at the center, the monitoring of the carbon, because if we're talking about this smart city, then we have to be green, we have to monitor our carbon footprint. We have started at one central center to monitor that. Can you go on?
Thank you.
Continue. Yeah. Then what we have currently, like all the other people were talking about the green energy supply on the smart city. The Vuwani Central Resource Center also have started to have these green energy issues. And we have a 5 kilowatt plant which supplies the center. Currently we don't have the backup, but we have this energy coming or supplied during the day, and that's what we use as awareness to the rural areas to say we can use the solar PV system to supply energy wherever we want or wherever we go. We have this other little wheelbarrow, which when we do our science engagement, we carry it all over we go, where we can show the learners to say, we can come, charge your cell phone here, you can come and do these other things, by just showing that when the sun is there, we still have energy. Apart from that, what we do, we are comparing the performance of this technology in the coastal and also in the inland, where we have that station at Vuwani, where we are comparing the two technology. And we have the same station at Nelson Mandela University as the people at the coastal, where they are also comparing the performance of the same technology. Then after 5 years, what we're going to look at is to say which technology perform better where. And that will also assist when we're talking about this smart city, that we will be knowing which technology can we use in the Limpopo side. And that is part of what we are doing. And apart from doing that, we can also do the economic analysis of if you are putting your plant on your household, how much will it save you? I think that's the most important thing to say, whether getting the energy, but then you can analyze to say, I'm moving away from Eskom, but then how much am I getting out of what I've put on my roof? Carry on. Again. I think that's just a simple standalone PV system, which we currently, the one we're using, it doesn't have the battery bank, but then when we have the battery bank, then it means you can use your solar plant during the night and during the day. As the other speaker was saying, can you carry on? This is the economic analysis which I was saying, that when you put your plant on the roof, then we are able to come and do the calculation to say your initial cost was, for example, 20,000. When will you manage to get rebates, not just rebates, but when are you going to see you have saved your funds by using the renewable energy? Just carry on. Carry on again. This is just a simple cartoon to say, sometimes people used to say whether the renewable energy will work, but already we are saying this by looking at what is happening now. To say, this cartoon, the guy needed food, and the other person will just say, because I'm using renewable energy, it will take a while. But currently, the renewable energy is here. It's no longer taking a while, people are using it. Can you carry on? Again, just to the picture. These are some of the stations we have, where we have a mini, this is our mini weather station, where we are looking at the weather parameters just to monitor what is happening at the Vuwani area. Because the science center is at the location at Vuwani, and then we're monitoring the effect of people there. But this one is just taking the weather parameters. We have the other one, carry on. Again. We have this one, which we are monitoring the carbon footprint of the area at Vuwani. And this one, we are comparing the same carbon footprint done by people around the Vuwani area, and we are comparing with the same tower which is in the Kruger at Skukuza Science Research Center, where we are comparing the footprint, carbon footprint from the animal and the carbon footprint done by the people at Vuwani Science Research Center. These are the other two main projects which we are doing for renewable energy, to say, even when we are saying we are going for the smart city, but we need at that smart city to understand the carbon footprint we are producing at that smart city. And this will help us to say, this is the issue we can do during the designing and implementation of the smart city. Just carry on. This is what we do. We really host some summer school to train people around to understand when we're talking about soil temperature, how do we measure it? When we're talking about getting the carbon footprint from the agri-coverance tower, how we're getting it, and we're showing them the different measuring equipment we have there to understand what is happening through. Carry on. It's the same summer school we are doing at the Vuwani Science Research Center. But then apart from these two things, what we do also is to go to the community for community development. We do energy awareness to look at people so that they understand energy from the different ways, to say we can do green energy. This is just the educators workshop where they come, we go through the center and have a tour, and then we workshop them to understand the PV system, so that at least now we know if somebody has enough funding, we can put the plant on his house. We also work with two projects for Murenga, where we have one at Makhado, and we're helping them to do solar water pumping. And this is the project at Makhado, where they do different vegetable planting, and they do the process of moringa. The next project is in the Wahom Sidikong Salirato, where they also do the process of moringa. And what we help them with as one science center, go to the next picture. I think it has the solar plant there, and they are using that for water pumping. And I think that's really what we are doing at the Vuwani Science Resource Center. And I hope that will also help to say, if we are going to the smart city, we have community, already the university has started working with the community. We are talking about green energy together with biogas, solar plant, then we can combine, and then we have a way forward of saying the future is there when we are doing the green economy. Thank you. I think the next one is just the last one. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think this somewhat answers the question, and I like the fact that Dr. Arnaud, you have yourself coined the concept of smart energy village. And this presentation shows us that indeed, instead of this just being an intervention in cities, it's also possible in villages, as we were also shown by the biogas study case. I would really encourage the investor vendor to develop some journal articles to demonstrate to the other Western world that are obviously concentrated their research on cities, to demonstrate what we are doing in the villages using the very same technology. To close it off for this panel is none other than Professor Mudimu Abarwa. I guess it is quite apt